So, Nigel, I was reading your bio today, and you seem to do a lot of movies that star women.
Oh, please, no more.
Meg Ryan. Can't stand women, right? What draws you to these kinds of really empowering stories?
I don't know. I've been trying to work it out, and I just look for scripts with warmth and humour and emotion, and it turns out those are women's stories often. I think the men in movies are often kind of rather dull. I think we're supposed to feel for them because they can't feel their emotions. They don't want to express their feelings. You know, Clint Eastwood. You know, it's kind of, he's brilliant, but it's just kind of that stone face thing. I couldn't do that. I like people laughing and crying and living.
So, what do you think made in Dagenham? You know, it's more of a political piece than your other movies.
Yes.
And this week is the vote in the Senate, hopefully, for paycheck fairness here in the U.S.
Yes.
So it's kind of amazing that this film is opening this week. So what do you want to say? Creepy, very creepy. So do you think, like, movies can affect change in that way?
I think they can be a small part of it.
Right.
It's a drip, drip, drip thing, you know, and then becomes a rain, becomes a torrent, you know.
Right.
I think any voice can help affect change, and movies are lucky. People who make movies like me are lucky because we get to talk to hopefully hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. So I think it's important. They can't do it on their own, but I think I'm really, really hoping, please tell me, that this film will inspire somebody. And I think if anyone's out there who feels kind of pushed around or disrespected, however big the corporation is, you know, like these women, you can take them on and you can win.
Absolutely. Can you, okay, so just lost my train of thought of the last question I wanted to ask you. Okay, what was the hardest part about making this film?
Making all the little holes down the side. Honestly, I would sit up all night doing it.
Oh my God, that's hysterical. Okay, what was the most fun?
Oh, well, look, the first couple of days I'll never forget because I had this big factory, which was a real factory that had just shut down. And we had to do all the factory scenes, and I employed 80 or 90 of the women who actually worked in that factory as extras. And they all just lost their jobs, and then suddenly they were movie stars.
Fantastic.
And they loved doing it, and I loved working with them. And they set a real tone for the movie.
Right.
And into that mix of some 150 women, I threw Bob Hoskins.
He was so good in this movie.
Well, he's lovely. And I told all the women when he was off set, I said, look, I know he's Bob, I know he's a big movie star. Forget that. He's Albert. You've really got to make fun of him. And you can goose him and pinch him and do whatever you like, I said. And after 2 or 3 takes, Bob Hoskins, the hardest man in Hollywood, comes to me and says, Nigel, please tell him to back off.
Oh, that's so funny.
Because they really were going for it. So, but I loved those women, and some of them were so good we brought them to London and continued shooting with them, and you know, so we had real factory girls in this film.
Fantastic. Thank you.